What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Tonight, we doing things a little bit different. Live Benjamin Trappington expose. For those of y'all who don't know about the Benjamin Trappingtons, we about to give y'all some news you can use and some real knowledge you ain't finna get in college. It's a little bit different than what y'all used to seeing out of me, but stay tuned, kick it. You want to be a part of this. Quick little warning. Everything that you are about to see is 100% of information that's made up on YouTube. It's fair, it's protected under fair use. I don't know nothing about nothing. And as my man Gangland Neem says, I don't know y'all. With that all being said, man, everything we saying is 100% for comedic purposes. None of this is intended to be used by law enforcement or any type of law enforcement agency, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny. And it ain't meant for your baby mama, baby daddy, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle to use against you later on in child support court either. I'm just saying. You feel me? You feel me? And above all, none of this is meant to be used in the court of public opinion. With that all being said, everything that I'm talking about, everything that I'm looking up is 100% on YouTube, 100% on the internet. So if y'all want to see, we will be citing our sources as we go through this expose. Tonight we bring you crimes Wack 100 has mysteriously avoided with Benjamin Trappington. You feel me? You feel me? If you don't know, you don't know. Don't worry about it. Benjamin Trappingtons are hard. With that all being said, man, I will be listing out about 8 crimes that Wack 100 has admitted to that kind of makes us all wonder. Why isn't this man indicted in this federal Rico that Big U and the rest of the Rolling 60s are indicted in when a lot of the things that he's talking about are the exact same crimes in the indictment? Tonight's question is, why isn't he in jail? We finna jump into the first one, man. Wack 100 threatening Aaron the plumber. Let's get into this, man. Let's kind of take y'all down memory lane real quick and see exactly what happened to him and Aaron the plumber. For those of y'all who don't know, Aaron the plumber is a popular, maybe YouTuber. I think he's a balloon guy. But let's see real quick. Hold on. Aaron the plumber, Wack 100. Let's get into this. Let's see. Here it is. Shout out to DJ Academics. This is where we got this one from. Hold on.
What you trying to do, bro?
Let's see.
I'm not killing your ass, blood.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's run this back.
I see what you trying to do, bro.
Wait. So you said you're going to get on Donut for not unaliving Aaron the plumber. Well, that's a crime right there. That's a crime right there. And not only is that a crime, let's take it to, for those of y'all who wonder what I'm talking to when I do these videos, it is ChatGPT. Is it against the law for me to be upset at my friend for not killing one of my enemies and telling my friend to kill that enemy?
It's definitely not against the law to feel upset with someone. However, encouraging someone to harm another person is illegal and extremely dangerous. It's important to handle conflicts peacefully and seek support from friends, family, or professionals if you're feeling overwhelmed.
If I told one of my friends to kill someone, what exact crime would that be? And what is that, a felony or a misdemeanor in the state of California and Nevada?
Encouraging someone to harm or kill another person is a serious crime, both in California and Nevada. In California, this could be considered solicitation of murder, which is typically charged as a felony. In Nevada, it would also be considered a felony, known as solicitation to commit murder. Both states have strict laws against inciting or encouraging violence, and such actions can lead to severe legal consequences. It's important to seek peaceful resolutions.
So that's interesting. So you have here, first charge, solicitation of an unalivement. Aaron the plumber. Wack 100 is telling him he should have had so-and-so spank him up out of here. It's all over YouTube, all over social media. The same YouTube and the same social media that led to the Big U Rico that has loose cannon in there with everything that he's ever said on social media being used 100% against him. Let's keep going.
Mentioning that, you keep whooping blood, we gonna activate blood, homie. Don't nobody give a fuck about that whoop. Blood, you cost $1,500, my nigga. Nigga, turn your...
Now you're telling him that you could put a financial gain on his head for a person to unalive him. Conspiracy to commit an unalivement.
TVR blood, you telling me, threatening my home.
Quoting Kendrick Lamar lines in a serious situation. Not against the law, but it should be.
Homeboy, blood, like we give a fuck about
Nigga, ain't nobody whack. Ain't nobody nigga, I came to you.
Say that. Blood on our room. All niggas gotta do is say that. And we ain't got it. Mama's kids, we don't give a fuck who it is, blood. Don't no out of town nigga get at us talking about some violence, nigga. You should have knocked blood out when he spit on you and died by it, homie. And any nigga gonna tell you that's real. Fuck about no nigga having no gun. Spit on you.
Bruh, the first conversation when we had with Luce, bruh, you said the nigga
And now you're admitting that somebody had a firearm.
was out of pocket. You said niggas not wolfing. I'm just trying to get a fade. I'm just trying to get a fade. Now niggas talking about killing me.
You want a fade, blood? Where you at?
And now people are talking about unaliving me. You want to fade, blood? Where are you at? Let's take it back to the GPT of the chat real quick. If I have a conflict in the streets and I tell someone to meet up with me for a fight in the state of California and the state of Nevada, is that against the law? And if so, what is the name of that crime?
Encouraging or arranging a physical fight with someone can be against the law in both California and Nevada. In California, this could be considered a fray, which is a public fight that disturbs the peace. In Nevada, it can be considered disorderly conduct or even battery if physical harm occurs. Both states have laws against disturbing the peace and encouraging violence. It's always best to resolve conflicts peacefully and seek help if
So,
needed.
yes, that's against the law. So now you have a fray, and let's just call this, we haven't called it an assault, but we definitely call it a disturbing the peace.
Cause you doing a lot of whistling like you running something, homie.
Nigga, I didn't say, nigga, I'm coming to you, nigga. Nigga came to you.
We gonna give you your thing. Where you at,
Nah, nigga ain't finna meet you now. Nigga, you talking about kill.
We gonna give you your thing, cause you working it. You gonna humble yourself, or we gonna get to what you talking about. I told Luce said, what's up with dude, bro? You been trying to be cool with the nigga Wack. I ain't never seen you this calm. I said, dude doing a lot of crazy whooping. Like niggas won't go knock a nigga mama down. Just send a message. I don't know.
So now you're saying that you would unalive his mother. That's now 2 counts of solicitation of unalivement.
What's up with dude?
Threatening you. Ain't nobody, nah, bruh. I see what you trying to do, bruh.
Fuck them niggas, blood, Paul. I'm gonna get on donut for not killing your ass, blood. Mentioning that. You keep whooping blood, we gonna activate blood, homie. Don't nobody give a fuck about that whoop. Blood, you cost $1,500, my nigga.
Again, my question is, why is Wack 100 not on the federal indictment list? Solicitation of murders, 2 counts. You have obstruction of justice, that might be blah, 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 but we'll just keep it what makes sense. The solicitation of unalivement is definitely enough to get you on a federal indictment list, but it's a few more things he's going to talk about. Let's get into this. Let's see.
On your PVR, blood, you telling me threatening my homeboy, blood, like we give a fuck about
Nigga, ain't nobody whack. Ain't nobody nigga, I came to you.
Say that. Blood on our room, all niggas gotta do is say that. And we ain't got it. Mama's kids, we don't give a fuck who it is, blood. Don't no out of town nigga get at us talking about some violence, nigga. You should have.
Mama's kids, 3 counts. That's what I was looking for. So in this video, we have 3 counts of solicitation of unalivement. Let's get into the next one. Let's see what else Officer Rat Run Hunter has to offer this amazing situation as we go through the question of why isn't Wack on this federal indictment? Let's get into this. The next one is obstruction of justice in announcing a potential raid. When Wack 100 warns Big U about the police raid. So he says, but we would call him snitching, but he said he wasn't snitching. He said he was giving him a warning. So let's get into this.
But, you know, I would tell you this. If he's community, speak on it.
Don't you love how Clubhouse just gives F's everything because they record everything put online? Let's see.
Watching they mother, it was. You remember when assured that was ugly? They already anonymous. Fighting the hold on, bro. We already
have your shit in the registry so they can.
We already that. We already see. Here's go the thing, right?
Because they can fraud you. They can put you on. My fault.
Hold on, bro. We already there. See, listen. What they did to him was a reassurance. Any nigga that been in California Department of Corrections for a violent offense in the 90s on up to 2019, violent offense felony 2009, nigga, before we parole, they swabbing us. I spit in New York, and they get it when they put it in the
Wack is finna admit that he warned Big U about the potential police raid. In a second, I'll give you guys exactly what crime that is. That makes us wonder, why isn't Wack in this federal indictment?
CIC database. It's gonna match his me. I got swabbed in 99 upon parole. He got swabbed in 2004. So the reason why they did that was a reassurance. That's why I know it's ugly. They already had his DNA. They had it. They tested it. It came back. So what they did was, we want to assure that we're right. And they put a warrant. They called him. They had the Nevada PD call him to come in. He refused. We didn't know what. That's what it was. So they picked him up and forced him to get a DNA. So they called the family and tell the family we got a match. His DNA is up under your son's fingernails.
Yeah, I feel like.
Now, where he fucked up at is the stupid motherfucker answered questions when he was down there. They asked him, when the last time you saw this pants, because how would your skin get ain't even come out?
On that nigga, I was listening to what she said about that nigga, him extorting and fucking up the community. I'm like, wow.
And she ain't lying. I've been knowing her since she been a kid, but you know, he voluntarily told on her in front of all y'all.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was lying.
He ratted on her. I saw that.
He ratted on her, called the police. Father tell say, we ain't pressing charge. Now this a ugly. Niggas is really doing him a favor.
Right here.
It's 8 motherfucking eyewitnesses and 4 get that. Like, you know, he got emotional, but.
So Wack is saying that he was warning Big U about the police being aware of the 187.
Now this a ugly situation. I will tell you this. It's 8 motherfucking eyewitnesses and 4 of them is 60 Crips. He ain't gonna get out of this. He better run. Niggas is really doing him a favor. Niggas is doing him a favor because I don't think he get what's going on. Hey.
We're doing him a favor. Wack 100's words. Let's go back to Chat GPT real quick. If somebody is on the run from the federal if somebody was on the run from the federal government because they're being accused of a murder, and I warned them by doing them a favor of telling them that the federal government is looking for them, is that against the law?
Yes. Warning someone that they are being sought by law enforcement can be against the law. This act is commonly referred to as obstruction of justice or aiding and abetting. Obstructing justice means interfering with the investigation or apprehension of a person suspected of a crime. In this case, if you knowingly warn someone that law enforcement is looking for them, you could potentially face legal consequences for obstructing justice. It's important to allow the legal system to operate.
Okay. Yo, Alex. Oh, no, you good. Hey, if you could, can you, I know Munchie B had to switch his number. First of all, tell that nigga he's fucking hilarious for that video. Fucking hilarious. I don't know if you know, but he did a little content piece on me, but that shit is fucking hilarious. But yeah, he mentioned on the one we was talking about this morning. But hey, my nigga, I am not upset at all. I was gonna actually say if you could give him my phone number so I could tell him myself, man, it's all love, and I fired his ass right back up. Love, my nigga, I appreciate it. And then I sent that message to you know who too. I gave it to him. I hope he do too. Man, love, my nigga, I appreciate you. Big shout out to Alex Alonzo and Street TV. Can you please repeat what you said? Hold on. Can you please repeat the last thing you said?
I mentioned that warning someone that law enforcement is looking for them can be considered obstruction of justice or aiding and abetting, and it can have legal consequences. It's important to let the legal process unfold without interference.
So, with that being said, that is aiding and abetting. You know what? Let me ask another question. If the person is on the run from the federal government instead of local or state police, would that make it a federal crime to aid and abet or warn them that the police are looking for them?
Yes, if the person is wanted by the federal government, then aiding, abetting, or warning them can be considered a federal crime.
With that being said, the question considers, why isn't Wack on this federal indictment?
Hey, bro, you know they snatched you for DNA, but you didn't know what they found under that kid's nails, and you ain't supposed to know right now. You better run. A nigga telling you what's happening. Better do it or go attorney up. This is a whole lot better than waking up to a knock at the door. Go ahead on and attorney up, my nigga.
He better get that attorney, man.
Oh no, when the details come out, Gotti, when it really hit, It's gonna be ugly, super ugly.
But I ain't gonna lie, Wack. He should have just gave his DNA, my nigga. Like, I don't understand.
Well, it's a reason he didn't do it. Shit, you know, when a nigga know he ain't right, he ain't right. I get it, but you know,
I was gonna say Wack just told you, nigga. That was that perfect example. If they ask me about Ohio, BT ain't been to Ohio. I'm from Atlanta. I'm gonna give you my.
Okay, so we're gonna run this back one more time and go to the next one.
They found under that kid's nails, and you ain't supposed to know right now. You better run. A nigga telling you what's happening. Better do it or go attorney up. This is a whole lot better than waking up to a knock at the door. Go ahead on and attorney up, my
So go ahead and attorney up and take the warning I'm giving you. It's a whole lot better than getting a knock at the door with the police. Yes. Let's go on to the next one, man. Let's see what's back on the list. Admitting to extorting Future. Let's get into this. Wack 100 admits to extorting Future. Let me see. Now, let's keep in mind that Wack 100 said that he extorted Future at the airport, which makes that a federal crime. Let me see. It's Oscar De La Hoya. Hold on, because that's on the list as well. That's the phone call with Brick. That's the viral way, T-Rail. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I had it in my list. Nope, that's that. That's Loose Cannon being a dummy, talking too much. Boom.
Welcome back to No Jumping News.
Bakitas, right? These dudes could not just have seen Dolph and followed, right? But he's not the bag on Dolph. I'm talking from like
that you were blatantly. You may have some weird.
Here we go, right here. Boom.
The next one. Next story. During a recent conversation on Clubhouse, Wack 100 said he ran down on Future on behalf of Trick Trick. Wack detailed a situation where he and Big U allegedly chased Future at an airport while Future was dating Sierra. Wack said he and Big U had a close relationship with Trick Trick at the time.
So with that being said, Wack is admitting to chasing Future through the airport. That is a federal crime. Let's go back into the Chat GPT. Don't believe what I'm saying. Believe what Chat GPT is saying. Don't trust me. Trust the judge. Trust the law enforcement. Trust the internet search of all penal codes and so forth and so on. Is it a federal crime if somebody who... Let me see. Damn it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. If someone I know... Let's say, for example, my friend is owed money by a third party, and I see that third party in the Los Angeles airport, aka LAX, and I decide to chase them down under their assumption and my threat of doing them some sort of harm. Is that a federal crime? And if so, please explain what the crime is and why it is a federal crime.
Threatening or trying to harm someone, chasing someone down and threatening them, especially at an airport like LAX, can lead to serious legal consequences. In general, threatening harm to someone is considered a form of assault or harassment and can be subject to both state and federal laws. At an airport, there are additional regulations and federal laws that apply. For example, interfering with airport security or threatening someone in an airport could violate federal laws, such as those enforced by the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, or other federal agencies. It's important to resolve conflicts through legal and peaceful means. If there are issues involving debts or other matters, seeking legal assistance is the best approach.
With that being said, that is a federal crime. So as Wack gives his full story about how he's chasing Future through LAX and all these things and all this kind of whoopty bam and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that, let's keep in mind that this is a federal crime. A federal crime. Why is Wack not on the federal indictment? He is admitting to chasing Future through LAX. Ironically, he's saying that he was with Big U when it happened. Big U has since denied the situation and goes, I don't know what he's talking about. I wasn't a part of that. But Big U is on this indictment. Not necessarily for chasing Future through the airport, but on the indictment for similar acts and similar situations. Why is Wack not on this federal indictment? Let's let the content.
So when they saw Future at LAX, Wack detailed a situation where he and Big U allegedly chased Future at an airport while Future was dating Sierra. Wack said he and Big U had a close relationship with Trick Trick at the time. So when they saw Future at LAX, they attempted to collect the money owed.
So me, Trick Trick, and Big U was real close at the time, right? Hey, Future owed bro some money. All right, Trick Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player nigga, right? I say, bro, is that who I think it is? When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off running. I'm chasing the nigga over the dead homies.
So you're chasing Future over a debt that he owes Trick Trick. Let's just run this back one more time, because let's just get exactly what crime this is as you do it in a federal space. If I see someone who owes one of my friends money and I decide to chase them through the act or ideal of violence, what crime is that?
Chasing someone with the intent to harm them can be considered assault, which is a serious crime. Even through legal channels, such as seeking assistance from law enforcement or the courts.
It's assault. It's assault. If you do it at an airport, it's a federal case of assault. It's assault. If you do it at an airport, it's a federal case of assault. My bad, I'm FaceTiming, little baby. You was taking too long, so I just redid the Wack 100 video. But it's federal assault, bro. You chase Future through the airport, that's assault. That's a federal crime. You said that you and Big U had the relationship with Trick Trick. Okay, cool. So Big U's in this indictment for all kind of flu, flammy, skullduggery, and larceny. Why you not in there? Why you not in the indictment? Why you not in the indictment? Ooh, oh my God. Why you not indicted? What's up with you, bro? You good? Wack, you straight? You good? AD, let's keep talking about it. Come on, AD, go ahead. Let us know how Wack is admitting to a federal crime. We appreciate you. Let's go.
Through the Delta.
And keep in mind, we believe everything here at TNN Trap News Network for the sake of journalism. We believe everything that Wack is saying in this exaggerated story about himself, the same way the federal government believe everything Loose Cannon said in those statements about himself that now has him in a federal detention center. Let's treat Wack with the same level of gangsta. Gangsta.
I'm here to provide helpful and respectful information. If you have any questions or
ChatGPT, we're not talking to you. Get on my business. Let's
nigga
go.
runs into a
That lets you know that they always listen to y'all.
terminal, throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now. He said, yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What's going on? I say, he owe Trick a bag, my nigga. He can't be in our backyard, and he owe bro a bag. Either he gonna pay, or he finna get up, and then he gonna pay. He say, Wack, my word to you, I pay the nigga debt. Let him be. I got business with that man.
Big U weighed in on the situation.
So there you have Wack admitting to a federal assault. Why is he not on this indictment?
And said he had no part in hunting down Future and had never chased anyone at LAX and denied the entry. I have never been at LAX airport with Wack 100, nor did I run down on Future, he wrote. I wish y'all would get it in y'all head.
I have never been, and Big U is 100% denying this, yet Big U's the one, again, he's not indicted with this, but Big U's in federal situations for similar situations, and I just don't understand why Wack's not there.
People lie all day. 10% true, 90% of them. I hate how no matter what someone says about Big U, it's just true. When it's the hate going to stop, he added. I made one mistake that was building with A, and for that, B's and C's, I'm sorry. Wack, the Big U situation, they talking about the Future. I ain't gonna lie, I heard this shit today on Clubhouse. I was laughing about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, hey, I believe it.
No, man, and you know what, FLAKKO? I believe it too. I believe it too. I never thought the world would come to a day in the world where me and FLAKKO agree. I agree with it. I believe it too, FLAKKO. I think that Wack is a super duper powerful Paru whose streets influence stretches from nation to nation across the coast. And I'm wondering why this super banged out, high ranking Paru is not on the federal indictment when he's admitting to chasing rappers through federal spaces like the airport.
I mean, listen.
Shit, I believe.
I heard it when he said it, but I kind of
100%.
thought he was like
Hey,
joking.
man, listen. Them LA politics, man. It's a lot of spooky shit that go on in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised. You know, one of these rappers, man, you know, be running around and shit. But I don't know about this situation. Unc said he didn't do it. Wack said he did. Hey,
Visualizing,
it's all up to what you interpret. You know what I mean?
visualizing Future running through LAX is crazy.
With Sierra.
For sure,
Sierra.
Future
Like
ain't gonna-
Future just
Future-
boning out through LAX.
Future is not about to like this. When he hear this, he probably already heard this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Future boning out through LAX and left
Sierra
Sierra.
was with him.
That sounds crazy.
Well, first off, I do believe. So Wack 100 said something really important.
You know what, Flakko? What did Wack say, Flakko? Go help us, Flakko. You help us understand exactly that Wack is admitting to this federal crime. Flakko, you explain it to us. Go ahead.
And man, like in an old Clubhouse clip like last month, and he said, "Listen, I already contacted the funeral home. I already made arrangement. I already know what comes with this shit. You feel me, right? So
you mean to tell us, Flakko, that Wack is just such high rank in Peru that he's already prepared for his own unalivement because he's aware of the situations that he puts himself in within these LA streets by doing things like chasing rappers like Future through the airport in an attempt to extort them and physically assault them, which is an assault charge in Los Angeles, California. I'm sorry, within California and the state of Nevada, but for the sake of the arguments through LAX, makes it a federal crime. You're admitting that Wack is doing all that. Cool, Flakko. I appreciate you for giving us this information. You continue to tell us about Wack.
Oh, my shit is already planned out. So I believe like right now, man, it's the era of like Wack's autobiography, right?
That's right. This is Wack's autobiography. We believe every crime that Wack has admitted to in his video and will admit to on his video.
All the stories.
Wack don't hold his tongue for nothing. He's never held his tongue.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? If you got problems with him, he gonna let it fly. That's just how he get out.
Yeah, of
you know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
Because them both my niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who?
Wack and Big U.
Future? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but on some real shit, like I don't like all the back and forth shit when it come down to that, because you know these were two like fucking right hand men in this industry and shit like that. So now they both just, you know, you hear story after story after story after stories. You know, me personally, I tune that shit out. I keep it pushing, but
Yeah,
that's what
nah.
it is.
And to be fair, like Wack did say that they were just there, but like he was the one who pressed Future and chased Future, right? That Big U had nothing to do with chasing Future. That it was just.
Well, Flakko, that's a great observation. Big U had nothing to do with Wack chasing Future. So my question is, why isn't Wack, that super turned up Peru gang member, high ranking super blood, why is he not on this indictment? Interesting.
Shit like that. So now they both just, you know, you hear story after story after story after stories. You know, me personally, I tune that shit out. I keep it pushing, but
Yeah,
that's what
nah.
it is.
And to be fair, like Wack did say that they were just there, but like he was the one who pressed Future and chased Future, right? That Big U had nothing to do with chasing Future. That it was just Wack, right? So
Interesting.
I don't believe that Wack is lying about anything. Like I believe that this is Wack's era of his auto.
I don't believe that Wack is lying about anything either, and I do believe that he's writing his autobiography, All Truths. Autobiography entitled "I Was Working." That's why I never got picked up by the feds.
Biography where he's just telling all the stories, telling his truth, and just putting it out there, right? Because he know, listen, man, like it's a high risk time right now, right? So he's just putting it out there, man. So, you know, but I do understand, you know, why I guess Big U wouldn't like want to be associated with that because he's still doing business, right? He's still operating, you feel me, right? He don't have no enemies, I guess, in the industry.
Now, one thing I can say about Big U is people always have stuff to say about him, but
He don't respond.
no, fuck all that. They can't nobody sit there and say, I seen him do something.
Yeah.
He gets blamed a lot for, you know, being the face of a so-called, you know what I'm saying? But you don't never see him involved in the stuff. When I see what Unc do, he be doing stuff for the kids. Now, when he says he wants rappers to come do stuff for charity, he do stuff for the kids.
Okay, let's get into the next one. The next one we have Wack admitting to supplying guns to the Rolling 60s and Big U. Let's get into this one. That's actually here. Maybe it's here. Maybe this one's it. Let's see.
Them same niggas you talking about when they went to war, guess who they had to come see to get their tools, bro? Big you all up. Wack. Crip nigga gotta come see me. Them same niggas you talking about when they went to war, guess who they had to come see to get their tools, bro? Big you all up. Wack. Crip nigga gotta come see me.
So here you have Wack admitting to supplying firearms to be used in commissions of crimes. Now, let's go back to the chat GPT. Let's go back to the chat GPT. Wack GPT, chat GPT. Let's see. What crime is it if I supply firearms to be used to my friends for them to use against their enemies?
Supplying firearms to others with the intent that they be used in a crime is illegal and can lead to serious criminal charges. This could include charges such as illegal firearm transfer, conspiracy, or aiding and abetting a crime. The specific charges and penalties can vary based on the circumstances and local laws. It's important to understand the serious legal consequences of such actions and to always comply with the law. If you have any concerns or need guidance, consider speaking with a legal professional.
So, with that being said, Wack 100 is clearly admitting to have committed the crime of transferring firearms illegally to people to be used in commissions of crimes. Again, my question is, why is he not on this indictment? Let's run it back one more time.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know they go.
I'm here to provide information and support in a...
Them same niggas you talking about when they went to war, guess what they had to come see to get their tools, bro? Big you all up. Whack. Crip nigga gotta come see me.
Big U is being charged with an unalignment, and you're admitting to supplying firearms. Interesting.
Them same niggas you talking about when they went to war, guess what they had to come see to get their tools, bro? Big you all up. Whack. Crip nigga gotta come see me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know they go.
Interesting. So, my question again, as we've been asking for the entire night and going through this expose, why is Rat Run Hunter not on this indictment? You're supplying firearms to people to use in commissions of crimes. You have admitted to, this and so many other things, but you're so brazen with your admissions of guilt. It just leads to the question of why are you not arrested unless, in fact, that, you are working. But let's see this real quick. Hold on. You know what? Let me give you guys one more. We could talk about how he's getting privileged information, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to get into that because that implements other people. If you know, you know, but I'm not going to talk about that. Or we could talk about correcting and clarifying the story of the Novo event to inform of the indictment. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to talk about that either because that, implicates other people. Implicates is the word I was looking for. Don't worry about it. Words are hard. Implicate was the word I was looking for, not implements. Words is hard. I caught myself, but I said it wrong in the other video. Somebody in the comments corrected me, so now it gets stuck in my head. But we're gonna go into one more, man. We're going to go into one more. Wack 100 admits to extorting Oscar De La Hoya. Now, we don't even have to look this up because we know for a fact that extortion is illegal. We know for a fact that extortion is illegal. We don't even have to tit for tat around this. Extortion is illegal. How do we know extortion is illegal? Because Big U is being charged with extortion. Big U is being charged with extortion. So if we know that that's a federal crime, let's talk about Wack 100. Wait, here's a J. Reed situation. We can get into this. You know what? Let's get into this first.
R&B was like, yo, I like saying that shit Brick doing.
Already filming when he... It's different defending yourself versus having somebody film you. I feel like you've done this whole 50-minute preamble
You really think?
to take away from the fact that Luce had somebody already filming when he punched the dude in the face because the entire goal, from my eyes, seemed to be to...
Let's get into this. If I am out with friends and one of my friends tells someone to start filming a situation involving themselves and another person because they plan on fighting that person, and I have knowledge of that situation prior to the fight, am I a guilty party? And if so, what is the crime in the state of California? It's thinking.
If you know about your friend's intent to fight someone and they ask someone to start filming it, you might not be directly involved in the physical altercation, but your awareness and possible encouragement could make you complicit in certain ways, especially if you don't take action to stop it. In California, there are several potential legal issues. One, disturbing the peace. If the situation escalates into a fight or public disturbance, you could be seen as a part of the group contributing to the disturbance. Two, conspiracy. If you knowingly participated in planning or encouraging the fight, you could be charged with conspiracy to commit battery or assault, even if you weren't physically involved. 3, aiding and abetting. If you assist in any way, like encouraging the fight, helping set it up, or filming it, you could be seen as aiding and abetting an assault or battery. California law tends to take these matters seriously, and while you may not be the primary person involved, knowing about the situation and not intervening can sometimes lead to legal trouble. If you're unsure about your legal...
With that being said, conspiracy, aiding and abetting, which Big U was charged with the conspiracy aspect of, and we have nothing from Officer Rat. Again, my question is just, why is Rat not on anybody's indictments, considering the fact that all these social media issues have been used by the government to put indictments on all these other parties, loose cannon included?
Create some content, and I would have respected it to some extent if it was just a beatdown and that everybody kept the footage on lock. No, the footage comes out the next day.
No,
everybody uses it as a promotional technique.
No, you know everybody shit. I ain't use shit.
You posted a bunch of times too.
No, I didn't. You're a motherfucking liar.
You did. It's on your Instagram
You're a
repeatedly
liar.
right now.
You're a liar.
It's all over your Instagram.
After I got the 50th phone call from my brother, from my dad, from my kids, Dad, these people are saying that's you. I said, R&B, can you go find whatever they looking at and see if you can find something in there to show that ain't me? Now, you got to remember, nothing about my clip shows, I'm just showing that's me there and dude is on the wall. It got an...
So that leads to my next question. Since you're admitting to being at the scene, when this is brought to a grand jury for this indictment and they bring up this, are you going to testify or are you going to perjure yourself on a stand and act like you don't know what's going on? What exactly is going to happen? Are you going to testify against loose cannon? Are you going to snitch? Because you're saying that you were there. You're saying that you were a witness to the situation. So when they start asking you what's going on, what's up? You feel me?
Arrow pointing to Wack and an arrow pointing to dude. It shows me sitting here with the sweats I had on because I think our colors were similar. And then it shows his sweats. That's it.
A lot of people did think that Wack got beat up.
Bro, I got like, and it's crazy.
To the point
and
where...
I'm going to be real. I had to do it because, third, my phone started ringing from them people that don't...
So now my question is, if Third, whoever that guy is off camera, is brought to the situation, will he snitch? Because now Third is making it clear that he was around the situation, had involvement in the situation, and knew exactly what was going on. So if he's brought to court, will Third snitch as well? Because this is, again, the no jumper fight is actually included in the Big U Rico as far as dealing with loose cannons. So I'm wondering where Wack and Third have any participation as far as cooperating when it comes to this situation, because you guys are making it clear that you guys were in fact not only there but had a very strong piece of involvement.
Don't call me unless it's that. And these are those people that'll say, hey, what's up with blood? But where blood at? Nah, that ain't that, bro. Because they'll go react. I'm getting calls from boogeymen. Because they thinking somebody did that to me, he had something to do with it. So once again, I'm saving dude. Because I...
Listen again.
Go react. I'm getting calls from boogeymen. Because they thinking somebody...
So you're now letting us know that you're such a high-ranking Paru that you have influence over other Parus and other Crips to stop them from creating harm or causing physical harm, therefore implicating yourself as a gang leader. The same as Big U in this Rico. So I'm trying to figure out again why you're not being charged with anything federally, because you're now self-admitted to being like the most powerful Paru, the most black in his blood. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
Somebody did that to me, he had something to do with it. So once again, I'm saving dude. Because I could have just not answered, not said nothing, and they go out and move. I don't gotta, bro. Don't feed off into this, he from the valley and he from the all this type of shit, right? It's people in this...
No, you're not from the valley, man. You're a super powerful Paru. We all believe you, man. We believe you so much we're wondering why you're not sitting over there with the rest of the gangsters in federal penitentiary. Interesting.
World that really loved me, state to state, all through here. I done walked too many prisons, did a lot of things, right? It ain't all Pacoima with me. I got Compton with me, Long Beach with me, Pasadena.
And again, considering the fact that Compton or Long Beach is the majority Crip city, your influence in the street is so big that it passes the boundaries of fraternities of Bloods and Crips. You just have all control because you're that powerful Paru. Got it. I'm just trying to see where this indictment comes from.
Dina with me, all kind of shit with me, right? When I move. So if you go look at what I posted, it's not the clown. It's to say, hey, y'all, stop listening to this shit. It ain't me.
Let's read your caption on the post. Sorry, try again. Y'all 0-5 with fake hashtag that's Wack sighting. It'll never be that easy with me. I fight back. Pyru is
How
in
many
my
times you
soul.
saw 4 extras whoop Wack's ass? Let's keep it real.
So now you're admitting to be a Pyru, and you've admitted that you have so much range that even in Long Beach, where it's nothing but Crips, you got your situation together. This is a lot of admission of guilt, man. A lot of admission of guilt to crimes. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
You didn't see that one?
We saw it.
They had another one with, like, if you bald-headed and brown-skinned and you can't see the face, they say it's me.
It's the fact that you're so concerned with saving face in this situation by debunking a narrative that no serious person actually believed, than the fact that we now have this air of violence around this place. And we have people like...
And Wack is creating an air of violence. And he's a high-ranking blood who has so much influence that he's able to control Crips, and he's stopping people from getting beat up in a no-jumper parking lot. And, you know, these are just all the signs of a gang leader. What incarnations is going on here, man? I'm a nervous Nelly whenever this gangster is around, this gangsta is around. I'm a nervous Nelly. I don't know what to do with myself. I just want to breathe, stretch, shake, and let it go.
Like Van Lathan, who lives 30 minutes from here and wants to do an interview over Zoom because he doesn't want to pull up to the building because he's afraid that he's going to get his chin checked by a fucking gang member in the parking lot because he just saw it all over Instagram.
Who's Van Lathan?
We're going to make sure you say Van. Don't
Who the fuck is Van Lathan?
All right, so that's that. And we'll get into our last one. You know, you have him, you know, admitting to being a gang leader. And then we have the final one where he's admitting to the extortion of Oscar De La Hoya. And it's like Oscar De La Hoya doesn't have anything going on. He just wants to mind his own business. If he likes to wear ladies' clothes and all that kind of stuff, that's his business. However, Wack 100 extorted Oscar De La Hoya to the point where Oscar De La Hoya had to give Wack, you know, a certain amount of dollars for him not to release the video. He didn't pay enough for Wack not to release the tapes. Not to release the pictures, but he did pay enough for Wack not to release the video. So let's get into this real quick. Hold on. Let me see. I think it was Academics is who Wack was talking to. Let me see. I want to say it was Wack. It was Wackademics. Young Barry Gordy, Charleston White, Cartoon, shout out to Cartoon, Break Baby, Bomb First. Boom, here it is.
I talked about when me and you was on my podcast, bro. You don't remember me talking about that shit?
Yo, why you keep saying that he challenged you to a boxing match, though?
I don't do that, bro. It ain't nobody in there. Walk away with 50 of that. Go ahead, homies, love. Niggas know that, bro. He's in the living room. God has not left wherever he, like for sure, go ahead, homies, love. Niggas know that, bro. So he don't know that. Assad has not know shit about this business, bro.
Yo, why you keep saying that he challenged you to a boxing match, though?
I don't know. Oh, he on Clubhouse, he like Wack. Get him to put up $1 million to you and $1 million to me. I said, nah, you can't make no money off broke nigga, bro.
Oh, man.
Burning building with gasoline draws on. And I ain't never coming to Cali.
It's not
what you
supposed
mean?
to be like that.
For like the last...
Because you watch it because he said you got to apologize to him.
Ain't no apologizing about nothing, bro. That's it.
Let me see, hold on.
That's Wack's opinion.
That's not bro. Game, we ain't turning our back on it. Dude didn't like the fact. Stop ad-libbing in line. Just gonna see that he really asked me for my help. View you. I'm gonna have to call. All right, Wack, fuck it.
Right here.
De La Hoya would.
Right here.
Man.
I'll tell the nigga I'm gonna keep squeezing till you do it. Like, this.
So here you have Wack 100 admitting to extorting Oscar De La Hoya. Now, we don't even have to chat GPT this one. We know, again, from the Big U situation where he's being charged with extortion in a federal RICO, that this can, you know, hold a federal charge. We're just trying to figure out why Wack is not on any type of federal RICO after we just outlined 6 good charges that could easily put you on a federal RICO, including 3 counts of, you know, orchestrating the mafia-like unalivements. Aaron the plumber, man, we're praying for your safety.
Nigga talk, how in the hell did he put Oscar De La Hoya with Gilly Wallow, Adam 22 Adore? Can you help me understand this nigga reaching like a motherfucker? What could you? Yeah. Wait. It's some 50 pictures of him up on
So you're saying that you didn't extort Gilly, Nori, and Wallow, but you're extorting Oscar De La Hoya. Got it.
the internet. They're on the internet. They're on Google.
So if it was something...
He's in fishnet stockings and high heels and lipstick.
So Wack is admitting to the fact that he has compromising pictures of Oscar De La Hoya in fishnet stockings and high heels. He said that he has videos of this as well. Oscar De La Hoya did not pay enough in order for the pictures to come out, but he paid enough for the videos not to come out, and that's a part of the extortion that Wack was running on him.
Oh, if he had paid some money, well, why is all that stuff out?
The pictures are out. The video never came out.
So there's a video of him in the same shit?
No, there's a video. A very, very active video.
That's why everybody's trying to figure out how the fuck you get a video.
Video never come. Bro, right, niggas, what you worrying about what I do? What you know what it is? They say Wack is...
The video didn't come out because Oscar De La Hoya, as Wack just admitted, paid for the video not to come out.
This dude from the valley, he don't know nothing, nobody. Ack, you been around me. I think you know it's a little deeper than that, right?
Yeah, like you clearly got a large reach with everybody, and everybody come tap in for this, that, and third. So you probably privy to some.
So clearly, like, you have a large reach. Like I was just explaining in the other video, you just clearly, you're just clearly going back and forth with, your Paru status, and I just don't understand, with all the reach that you have and all the crime that you're admitting to and the influence that you have in the streets, why you're allowed to walk the streets.
Shit that people ain't.
Why they worried about how I got what I got or why I do what I do? Y'all just keep the same mind that Wack is a little bitty guy, little bitty nobody guy that don't know shit, that don't know how to do shit, that don't get nothing done, and that's cool. You ain't surprised that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Because academics, now I'm wondering if you will also testify, because you're saying that you're not surprised. Are you admitting that you're aware of the fact that Wack is a known gang leader?
The only thing I was surprised about is because when I'm listening to Hassan, so the way he put it down, I'm like, damn, Wack. I'm like, I must be the lucky one because Wack is extorting everybody with me.
Wack is extorting everybody but me.
Because I don't do that, bro. It ain't no...
So I'm wondering again, if academics was in front of a grand jury, would he admit to the fact of knowing that Wack is extorting everybody but him?
Nobody in the industry gonna tell you Wack extorted them, bro. I overpaid niggas. I didn't count out 100,000, nigga, while I was supposed to walk away. With 50 of that. And I say, nephew, everything straight with your situation? Nah, I'm still fighting that. Here, man, take another 30, my nigga. I'll just take 20, my nigga. You can eat. We holler later on. Wack for sure. Go ahead, homies. Love. Niggas know that, bro. So he don't know that. Hassan has not left wherever he hiding out in New York.
All right, man. So that's that. That's Wack admitting to a bunch of crimes that makes us all wonder. Here at TNN Trap News Network, Benjamin Trappington Trap Facts. Why is he not a part of this federal indictment? Let us know what you guys think in the comment, man. The only thing I can think of is maybe he's more valuable on the streets than he is behind bars. But y'all know how the deal go. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. And it's Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We go.